That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set, 190.
Mike 54. I don't even know why this team showed up.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Cousins from the gun on third. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's Kamara off the draw. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rivers towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rivers. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. And that's this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rivers now. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Broncos 7, Steelers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a first down coming up. Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Working out of the gun. Cousins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Get 180! 180! White!
54. Here we go.
Rivers to throw it. And able to find Green. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down, Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. First down, Rivers. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Block 15.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Set 180. Block 11.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Cousins. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Wide.
Cousins to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. It's a gain of 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Cousins sliding out of the pocket, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On the ground, this is Kamara. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go!
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Quit talking about it and break it.
Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the toss, here's Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Eluding the pressure right. Down man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Michel. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Rivers. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Kamara trying the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw, Rivers. He's got Hooper on the short connection. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Kamara. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On the ground, Kamara. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Michel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's checking. Crash. Deuce. Tighten up.
Hey, Slicker.
On first down, Michel, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. On third down, here's Kamara. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Running with Kamara. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Alvin Kamara with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The drive starts with a completion left side. The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 29 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Trying the left side with Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Snap 180! Snap 180! 50! You! 189!
On 3rd down, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Step round 80. Black machine.
A give. This is Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Black 11.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Set 180, 390.
54, Mike, 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Here we go. Here we go.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.